Brody here. If you're looking for my metal working projects without talking, then you need to be on Brody Melts. And for those of you who are happy to have me chatting along with you, welcome. Thank you for viewing my channel. I got a Devil Forge. Got it off of eBay by watching Big Stack D. He inspired me to get a forge. It looks like a good hobby. Down the allotments, and I see this greenhouse. I asked the owner if I could have it, and they said yes. So I simply packed it up into the back of the van and got going. First thing you got to do is flatten all the angled shapes out. So it's gloves on, grab a big old hammer and just bash it all. It's quite hard going. It's surprising how strong this aluminium is, but being a greenhouse you'd expect it to be made pretty strong, although it is very lightweight. Now the problem, which I'm having at the moment, is the position I'm trying to work in. This is killing my knees, hurting my back, and I'm really not going to last very long in this position. You've got to break these pieces up. Just can't get the leverage there. They are quite easy to bend, but not in this position. So I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to think of an idea. I certainly haven't got a strong old table. I'll try this. Used to be the support on my greenhouse staging, and a couple of old posts propped up against the rickety fence. Might be strong enough. I'll give it a go. Yeah, that is no good. But I got an idea. Luckily I got one of these post holders, auger, to give it its correct name, I believe. Ground's quite soft. Being a veg plot, it's pretty good soil. There's a few stones in it, loads of glass of course. And one post. I didn't show the farce of me trying to saw it. I was trying to do it on that greenhouse staging. Didn't work at all. So I just popped it in the back of the van and cut it there. So just backfill the hole a bit, press it down with your feet, and then just use just a bit of battening just to hammer it down, stop it from waving about. All the pressure on it is going to be going straight down, not to the side, but you really don't want it moving. Right, let's test it out then. Well, I would say for that It's working absolutely brilliantly. I was a bit worried about busting up the top of the post, because some of those bits are quite sharp. I'm trying to keep the sharp edges upwards. Get in focus, come on. It's a bit windy today. Oh, there we go, in focus. Unfortunately, hindsight is telling me that I'm making these too long. The crucible that you actually melt the stuff down in isn't very high. Now that's a piece of roof. That's the strongest bit. It supports the whole structure. And you see I've taken a bit of a lump off the side of the post. But I've managed to do so far half the greenhouse, and the post is still standing and still quite usable as well. Don't need the rubbers, you can't melt them down. Should not stand like that. Too rude. No comment. Well, this is the pile I got so far. This isn't quite half of the greenhouse. Now this is a self-sown sunflower, right in the middle of my beetroot patch, amongst the weeds. It's coming up quite nicely, and it looked pretty, so I thought I'd keep it. I'm going to weigh up all my cut up pieces of greenhouse. Being right-handed, I was trying to hold the camera in the right hand and write with my right hand as well. So, have to swap hands. And one little nut. Nothing. Poor little thing. That's just over 5 kilograms there. Well, this is the forge. Bit of cardboard in first to stop it sticking. And that's the brand new crucible. I cooked it in my oven for a couple of hours on maximum heat to drive out any moisture. And I've started to get a bit nervous by now. Starting to play with fire, you know. And it is a beast. Now that's just gas. And there's a little wheel on the right hand side there. But you turn it and it lets some air in and you'll see the difference. Now shut the lid. It's not hot at this point, but still use the gloves anyway. Just rotating that wheel so it's the maximum amount of air. And I've turned it off for a reason. I've just noticed there should be wadding in there, and without it the heat can come back and melt the hose. So I had to drive home. It was about a 15-minute, maybe 20-minute trip. And all I have to do is poke this old rock wool stuff in, just to stop any heat from blowing back. A bit of a hard job, but you get there in the end. Now that was hot. That's been 15 minutes sitting out there, and that burnt my hand. Such a rookie mistake. The forge wasn't hot, that had cooled down to basically ambient temperature. So let's try again. Got to use your foot. That's nice. I didn't burn myself enough to actually mark my hand, but certainly enough to hurt it, you know. That cold water felt absolutely lovely. That reached red heat, and when I opened that up without my visor on, you could really feel it blasting. Very gingerly and carefully bring it out, but I didn't show it to the camera properly. There you go. You can see inside, no cracks. So I can start filling that up with a bit of aluminium. You see the paint burning off the tongs there. I do have to let it cool down a bit. Lovely day, a little bit of sun, a little bit of cloud. And very warm for the end, I think it was the end of September, nearly the beginning of October. Still red hot. So let's pick some tomatoes.
Lovely. You see a little bit of scarring on them. That's where they get small splits. That's because I don't water them regularly. I'm not very good at that. But it's just cosmetic. But that's not a big haul. That's not a big haul. That's not a bad haul. And the yellow ones are absolutely delicious. Now some of these, they're just too tall. I got rid of that really long one and bent it up. But even those ones standing up there, they are destined to drip over the sides. I don't really want that on the floor of my my forge. Well, furnace. Right, let's fire the old beast up for the first time in anger. Warming the spoon up there. Everything you put into molten metal has got to be bone dry, otherwise you can get a steam explosion. Being covered in molten metal is not a very nice thing. Now I'm holding them over the crucible there, just to dry off any remaining moisture. And ducking back really quickly because I'm still really unsure about it. Quite a nerve-wracking thing, really. I had nobody to show me how to do what to do it. Just what I've picked up off of YouTube. Look at that bit sticking out the top. All it's going to do is melt over the edge of my crucible. A little bit more goes in. Why not just sit it on the side rather than hold it?
to heat that up as well. Make sure there's no moisture in there at all. And that one that's classed as an 80 ounce. When full, it will hold 80 ounces of pure gold. Wouldn't that be nice? Gingerly does it. Here we go, ready for the first ever pour. Oh, it's perfect. Absolutely beautiful. I've seen them pour some rubbish ones, but that is absolutely wonderful. What on earth is that? That's gas. The paint's burning, producing gas, and that's bubbled up and ruined my beautiful first ingot. I don't know why they paint them for. You're better off just smearing them in oil and wrapping them in some oily cloth or something. Never mind. Only more to go. Let's have a little look at it, shall we? Eat that spoon. I'm getting a lot of muck out of this. Not so nervous now. Done it a few times. I know it doesn't explode. My lovely clean mould is now a dirty, filthy thing. Right, pour number 2. That's a nice one. Let's just hope it stays nice. It's true. Your subscription is my inspiration. Right, let's tap this one out then. Take a look at it. The top certainly looks better than the first one. If it will ever come out, that is. That's making my hand very hot. That's looking pretty good all over. Filthy mould though. So let's give this one a little water bath. Pour number 3 coming up. Let's hope it's as good as the second one. That looks pretty good to me. Give it a little tap. Doesn't take long to cool down aluminium. Well, when I say cool down, I mean freeze. You know, turn solid again. Takes a bit longer in the larger mould. And there you go, number 3 on the pile. And they're still too hot to touch. Got to adjust the pressure just below 0.1 there. That'll do. Here's a longer shot of the whole setup. All muck off the top. Just gently sit it down on that brick now to make sure that the lug halfway up the tongs is in contact with the rim of the crucible. I really don't want it slipping forward at all. Our little friend. Get a lot of birdies around here, especially under that big tree. Don't know whether it's a female blackbird or one of the thrushes. There's old Moggy on top of the big shed. I'm at maximum zoom here. Never comes over and says hello. And still checking which way's on, which way's off. That's a lot of dross come off this lot. And this is the last one. Not quite full, but that don't matter. beautiful silver ingots, although it's aluminium. So back at the workshop, let's just weigh in everything that I've done. That's the first one. Look at the state of it. There you go. Just over 2.5 kilos. I'm happy. Thanks for watching.